Solve the inequality if possible. Graph your solution. We need to undo adding 6.1 and subtract 6.1 from both sides. X is greater than or equal to 3.3. So closed at 3.3 or approximately there, and X is bigger than that. Okay, we undo dividing by multiplying by -7. The major rule is that when we multiply or divide by a negative number, we have to switch the sign and flip it to either greater than or less than, depending on what it was first. -2 times -7 is positive 14. So it is open at 14 and X is bigger than 14. Okay, there are X's on both sides, so we need to take the smaller one and add it to, or, well, because it's negative, add it to the other side. 4X plus 2X is 6X, so 8 plus 6X is less than or equal to 23. Minus 8, 6X is less than or equal to 15. Am I right? 15? Yeah. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. X is less than or equal to 5/2. Yeah, dividing the top and bottom by 3, or 2.5, right? Or X is less than or equal to 2.5. Okay, so at 2.5, we are closed. Oh, bite me, battery. Okay. And then X is smaller than that. Okay, we use this middle part twice. So we're going to subtract 2 on both of the outsides. So -6 is less than 3. X is less than 2. Dividing by 3, dividing by 3, dividing by 3. -2 is less than X is less than 2/3. Open at -2, open at 2/3, and it is between those two. Okay, now we just solve both of these. Divide by -3, divide by -3. So X is flipping the sign because I divided by a negative. -3, open, X is smaller than that. -6, -6, 4X is greater than 3, divide by 4, divide by 4. X is greater than 3/4. So open at 3/4, and X is bigger than that. Okay, before we can do the absolute value, we have to get the absolute by itself. Absolute value of X plus 1 is less than, is greater than, greater than 12. Okay, X plus 1 is greater than 12, leaving everything the same except dropping the absolute value. Or X plus 1 is less than -12, flipping the sign and making it negative. Subtracting 1, subtracting 1, subtracting 1, subtracting 1. X is greater than 11, or X is less than -13. So -13, open, 11, open, bigger than 11, smaller than -13. Okay, solve the equation if possible. Subtracting 8, subtracting 8, 3, absolute value of X minus 2 is equal to 9, divide by 3, divide by 3. Okay, jumping down here. We're on to here. Absolute value of X minus 2 is equal to 3. X minus 2 is equal to 3, or X minus 2 is equal to -3. Adding 2, adding 2, adding 2, adding 2. X is equal to 5, and X is equal to -1. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is subtract the 6, subtract the 6. 7, 4X plus 1 is equal to negative 2, divide by 7, divide by 7. The absolute value of 4x plus 1 is equal to negative 2/7. Can the absolute value ever be negative? No. No. Not possible. The sum of the weight W in pounds of passengers and gear in a canoe can be no more than 450 pounds. So, people plus gear has to be less than 450 pounds. Can it be equal to 450 pounds? Sure, it can be equal to 450 pounds. So, then we need to graph. If I put 0 in for P, I get G, so gear, is less than or equal to, so smaller than or equal to, 450. If I put 0 in for P, 0 in for G, I get P is less than or equal to 450. So, shading it that way, making my line, and all of these are options for my weights of people and gear. Identify and interpret one of the solutions. Okay, there's all of these really nice solutions in here that work. So 100 pounds of people, LBS people, and 100 pounds of gear is less than or equal to 450 is one possible option.